your skin, that shit is popping, girl. Body on 10, damn, you got it, girl. You gotta boss up. Getting them checks, living your best. Racks up. Oh, keep walking with confidence. Effortlessly, you let them know who is in command. You just that and more. Don't forget it. God worked hard on you for sure. Lexus Exodus. Shout out to my exes.
Y'all black females out here, y'all don't understand the struggles of being a black man out here in America and not knowing whether or not you gonna make it home to your children every night because of the police gunning you down.
But don't y'all be out here gunning each other down?
Okay, but we ain't talking about that.
Hell, don't y'all be rapping about killing each other in music?
We ain't talking about that either. We can talk about killing each other in rap music, but we don't like the police killing us. Stay on subject, woman.
You brought up your kids. Tyrone, you don't even see your kids.
And then, yeah, I be trying to see my kids. You know my baby mamas be tripping because I don't want to be with none of them, so they be holding my kids from me. You know that.
Okay, but your baby mama saying you don't give them no child support either.
Okay, but I still be going out my way to try to see them.
They live 5 minutes from my house, Tyrone.
That is out my way, woman. See, y'all, that's why we don't like y'all black women's mouths. Y'all run y'all mouth too much. Y'all always bringing up stuff that's irrelevant.
Well, was you cheating on me irrelevant?
I only cheated on you 10 times. You act like I do it every day, bruh. See, that's why we date women of other races, man.
Hey, Booze, hey. It is Lexus Exodus, leader of the Black Woman Exodus. How are you guys doing? Like always, if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. Please share. Please say what's up to me in the comment section. Say what's up to me in the chat. Hey, y'all in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, when you have a moment, please pause this video and follow the backup channel. It is called LexX. That's LEXEX. You can also find the link in the description below. Also, if you have any suggestions or any ideas for any new stories, feel free to share that to me to my Gmail. That is LexusExodusChannel@gmail.com. Also, shout out to my Patreon family. I love y'all. Y'all are so dope. Y'all always show up and show out and show support. Shout out to my Discord family. The Discord chat is always so lit. If you're interested in joining and checking out exclusive content, please, you'll find the Patreon link in the description below. Lastly, y'all, before we get to it, please follow me on Facebook and TikTok. I'm trying to get better about using different social media platforms to connect with you guys. I know everybody doesn't use YouTube. A lot of you guys love Facebook. A lot of you guys really enjoy TikTok. I do too. I be on there way too often. So please, once you have a moment, take a second and follow me on the other social media platforms. That's at Lexus Exodus on all other platforms. Y'all, it has been such a long week. It has been such a long week. Thank God it's Friday. Y'all, my crazy kiddo is a hot mess. My 9-year-old, he is a trip. This week, he got injured on the playground, split his head open, y'all. He was under a bridge and was playing tag, and he had knelt down and popped right up under the bridge and hit his head, y'all. Had to take him to urgent care. 9 stitches, y'all, in his head. And I'm just like, holy shit. We were in urgent care for like 5 hours trying to get him all fixed up. He just earlier this year, he broke his front tooth. I'm just like, dude. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with you. And I'm the biggest girly girl. And I had my heart set on having a little girl when I was pregnant with him. So we could do manicures and dress alike and do things like get petties and get our hair done. And man, they say God knows exactly what you need, but Lord, I just be looking at him like, my gosh, he is a handful. But anyway, he's okay. And thank God it's Friday, and thank God we made it. So let's get into what we came here for. This is another installment of my series called the Blackistan Zoo, where we profile the dusty derelicts, crazy creatures, and animals in Blackistan. This evening, we are going to talk about the Bankroll Becky. Okay. And shout out to loyal subscriber. And I'm sorry if I butcher your name. It's Umu Venranjan, who shared this idea with me about the Bankroll Becky. So you'll find her at your local ATM. Her appearance, she is morbidly obese. She has pale, pasty skin. She ages like milk, very wrinkly. And oftentimes we'll see her blackfishing. So, your bankroll Becky is extremely common in Blackistan swirling relationships. So, she is a white woman who is morbidly obese. She's very unattractive and she is the reject in her own community. So, she's desperate and she'll date Dusties who only use her for her money and her resources. So, we've talked about how my son's father has impregnated one of these recently. His second baby mama is a prime example of this. She is 5'1" and 300 pounds, extremely unattractive. But he targeted her and impregnated her so his bum ass can have a warm place to stay and a roof over his head because we know winter is coming. Okay, so Dusties will target and prey on these women, especially around cuffing season when it's close to winter, because they want to be hypergamous. They want a warm place to stay. They want to be pretty princesses and they want to have the capability to rest in their femininity. So they'll target these low self esteem, broken women and will use them for their money, their credit. They'll be homosexuals and will stay inside their homes and will use them for their resources. Okay, so now that we know the profile of your bankroll Becky, let's look at a few examples. So I'd like to first off look at this first clip where a woman really just breaks down the dynamics of these relationships and how Becky's are always being used for their bank account by these Dusties. So let's watch this and then we will chat.
Why do you think that black men look outside of their race to find a partner? Obviously, I'm not black. And I am no way talking about all black men, so please do not come at me with this. Some people, it's just preference. You love who you love, and that's okay. But there is a certain group of black men that target insecure plus-size white women for a reason, and that's just to use the shit out of them because they're not about shit. This is the guy that don't keep a job for long, the same type of guy that's like, oh, my car's in the shop, all this shit. Black women ain't gonna put up with that BS, but they go over here because they know some of these white women are so insecure that they will latch on to any type of love that they get, and they'll put up with it for some reason. And some guys target those women on purpose. I've had guys in the past compare me. They're like, "You're starting to sound like a black woman." No, I sound like a fucking queen, just like they are. They ain't gonna put up with your bullshit in the first place. And if that's the way you treated them, it was no wonder you were single.
Oh, Lord. So what did I say, y'all? What did I say? So these men are collectively losers. You know, we heard that straight from Becky's mouth, straight from obese bankroll Becky's mouth. So please, I'd encourage you, Black women, to please do not internalize any of that bullish that you hear these knickknacks spewing about you not being submissive and you're being masculine. So what these fools are really saying when they say that is that you won't be a doormat. You actually expect me to be a man and to protect and provide for you. But Becky lets me get away with being a loser and being broke and will give me access to her wallet and her bank account. And that's what I want. And notice that this woman said that they'll prey on overweight, obese Becky with self-esteem issues. Okay, and this is why these fools will denigrate you and will talk about your BMI, call you a linebacker and stupidish like that, then turn right around and date obese Becky. It's because bankroll Becky will take care of him. So he's getting a monetary benefit out of it. Okay, so I want to examine a few of these Beckys in their native habitats first so we know what they look like. Then we'll proceed and we'll go on to examine them engaging in partnership and mating activities with their Dusties. So we did previously briefly discuss about how Bankroll Becky loves to blackfish in order to get their Dusty Tyrone's attention. So they'll imitate black hairstyles, they'll have black scents, they'll have long nails, and they'll wear dark makeup to appear to be a black woman. All of this just to be used and abused and abandoned by Tyrone, who uses them for their resources. So let's look at a real-time example of this.
Y'all should be talking way too much to me because I'm white. I'm not Sally, Susan, or Karen. I will beat the fuck at you. Y'all should be talking way too much me because I'm white. Bitch, I'm not Sally, Susan, or Karen. I will beat the fuck at you.
Okay, Becky. Okay, Beckisha. So this is your prime example of your Bankroll Becky blackfishing with the black scents. And again, Black women will notice a recurrent theme on tonight's show. So these fools that date these women will degrade you for being quote unquote loud and cussing, being ghetto, wearing weaves. They'll call you hair hats and stupidish like that. Just remember that there's a double standard and that only applies to you, because he will say this derogatory commentary on you and will berate you for those attributes that they like to stereotype Black women having. But then we'll turn right around and we'll get with Beckisha, who aligns with that same tired trope because they want her bankroll. So here's another example of a blackfishing Bankroll Becky that these fools like to prey on. So let's watch this one.
Off. And then I'ma change. I still got one bitch, I'ma smack the wig off. And then I'ma change. I still got one bitch, I'ma smack the wig off. And then I'ma change. I still got one.
Okay, Methany. Okay, Methany. She looks like a crackhead. Look at her hair. She looks absolutely ridiculous. A hot ass mess. Okay, so let's look at another example of Becky with the bankroll with her Dusty. And shout out to loyal subby Mari who shared this with me.
No, I don't think you understand. No, I don't think you understand.
See, so this man looks remedial. He looks like he has some learning disabilities, like he is mentally handicapped, like he rides a short bus, but he is happy. He is blissfully able to rest in his femininity. He's ecstatic because he has his Bankroll Becky on his arm. Okay, so let's keep going. I want to look at this next example of Piggy Bank Becky engaging in her mating call to attract a broke Tyrone. So let's watch this one. Okay, so if you're having a hard time piecing together what's happening here, what we're watching is Bankroll Becky. She sees this pack of Dusties on a frat. They're in a frat and they're dancing. So they're dancing with their frat brothers, and she can't help herself but to break the line. She wants to find a sugar baby that she can trick off on, so she joins them. And this clip is freaking hilarious. The only thing that I really dislike about this is that why do Black women have to put their cape on and save everybody? Like, why did this Black woman have to interject and snatch this woman up? That's not our business, hun. That's not our business. That's between Bankroll Becky and her dusty, broke-ass, hypergamous group of Tyrones. Child, who gives a F if she broke their dusty line?
Exodus. Shout out to my exes.
Hey, y'all. It is Lexus Exodus, leader of the Black Women Exodus. If you didn't know already, Black women are beautiful. Black women are intelligent and incredible. Black women are phenomenal and make great wives and mothers.
I want to speak to your manager.
Black women should be respected and deserve to be loved.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Black women deserve to be treated like human beings at least. Listen, guys, if you're like me, you are so tired of your favorite Black female content creators getting harassed by the trolls, silenced on social media, and censored by YouTube. We work so hard to stand up for Black women, and although YouTube allows us to be regularly berated, ridiculed, and degraded by Dusties every day on the platform, as soon as we say one word to clap back, we're threatened with channel violations and are told to be silent or we will have our platforms removed. The biased algorithms, inconsistently enforced policies, and persistent trolling on YouTube is unacceptable and needs to stop. If you agree, meet me over on my Patreon, where you will be able to access completely raw, unfiltered, exclusive Lexus Exodus content. You will be able to access uncut, uncensored, and ad-free content, 2 bonus videos a week, access to the private Discord community, and much, much more. So meet me over on the Patreon at patreon.com/LexusExodus. The link is also in the description below.
Shout out to my exes.
Okay, let's get into this next example of a group of these obese Bankroll Beckies with the bag and their broke back Dusties who are living their best life. So let's watch this and then we'll talk through. Okay, so the caption says, dress like your spouse party. And then we proceed to see several interracial couples, all with broke, dusty, homosexual Tyrones, walk in, dressed like their obese Becky spouses. So they're wearing dresses and ish. It's like, Dusty, your slips are showing. This is a mess. This is a mess. And did we notice a recurrent theme here? So did y'all notice how they are all overweight Beckys? So again, Dusties will denigrate Black women for their weight, but they're okay with dating obese Becky because she has the bag and she'll trick it off on them. So these men are dating these women because they can use them for money. They'll be muling all day for these women to take care of them. They'll let them get away with murder. Black women are not going for that, just like that one girl said at the beginning. And this reminds me of a while back when I shared a video clip of an openly gay male who indicated and detailed how when he and his friends were still in the closet during their college days, they would intentionally go for Becky and date white women because they would let them get away with murder. So they would get caught doing things that were obviously homosexual, like they would get caught in bed together. He said that verbatim. One of his girlfriends caught them in bed together. And she wouldn't do a thing. She wouldn't even think twice about it. A Black woman ain't going for that. So that's why you'll oftentimes see in these swirling relationships between these men and these women, you'll see morbidly obese women because these Dusties know they can have access to their resources, their wallet, and they can get away with murder. Okay, so let's get into this next example of this obese Becky who pranks her Dusty and pretends that she thinks she's pregnant. And shout out to Coco T who shared this with me. So let's watch this.
I think I'm pregnant again. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the test right now.
That fat ain't pregnant. She just fat as fuck and want to be pregnant. I'd be damned if I have another baby and them two back there already running shit out of this shit. Better stay fat and be happy. Fuck I'm finna get.
Oh, Lord. Dusty, your slip is showing. Your slip is showing. So this obese white woman, she pranks her Dusty Tyrone and says on a phone call that she thinks she's pregnant and then leaves. Then we see the Dusty, say, hey, Becky, I'm not really attracted to you. You're fat. I'm just trying to be hypergamous. This man is likely homosexual. That's why he's riding in the passenger side of her car. He's like, I didn't sign up to father your children. We already got 2 illegitimate children. I don't want any more. Good Lord. Okay, let's get into this next example of a Nog marrying his bankroll obese Becky. And shout out to loyal subby PC who shared this with me via Instagram.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes.
A mess. Okay, so the caption says, my wife said, I'm sorry you have a fat wife. You're probably embarrassed. And then we proceed to see the Dusty, just engaging, living his best life, having a great time with his bankroll Becky. He like, let me love up on you and pretend that I'm really into you because I know you going to co-sign for this charger that I want. I know you going to help me clean up my credit. And they end up getting married. So again, these same groups of men will denigrate Black women for being overweight just to date Big Becky because she got the bag. Okay, so now that we know what these women look like, let's examine the mating habits of Bankroll Becky and how she loves to trick off on her hypergamous homosexual Dusty. So let's watch this next clip and then we will unpack. Y'all see this mess? A hot ass mess. But these are the dynamics of these relationships. We see a broke Dusty resting in his femininity. Again, he's on the passenger side of this bike. He is sitting pretty like a pretty princess. He's hypergamously dating Big Becky because she's an easy target. And again, I told you guys, my son's father knocked up a big 300-pound Becky as well. It's because winter is coming. So they are looking for a warm place to sleep right now. Okay, let's get into this next example that illustrates the hypergamous nature of these Dusties and how these women, these obese Beckys, love to trick off that bankroll. So let's watch this.
Don't really want, I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. I wanna kiss you, yeah, I just wanna feel you. I want you around.
Y'all, so now why in the world would this man post this? So this is your diaspora Dusty with his morbidly obese geriatric mama, old granny wife. This is your diaspora Dusty who obviously did this to get a green card. This boy don't even look 21, but he posted up with the Golden Girls. A hot ass mess. Hopefully she made him sign a prenup. I doubt it because he about to drag this woman through the ringer. He's just waiting for her to kill over and die so he can collect on that insurance policy. A mess. So I want to get into these last few examples of a dusty 23-year-old boy who is married to an old and decrepit looking bankroll Becky. And they have gone viral over and over again because they are such a bizarre couple. But I mean, again, so this is very normal. Dusties only care about aesthetics when it comes to Black women. Black women, you have to have a 28-inch waist. You have to be shaped like an hourglass. You have to have a six-pack. You have to have hair down to your butt crack. And you have to look like an IG model. But Bankroll Becky just has to look like this.
Yes.
You love me?
Yes, I love you.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes. Only you. Jesus.
You love me?
Huh?
You love me?
Yes.
Y'all, what the hell is this ish? What the hell is this ish? So here we see this Dusty professing his love for this extremely unattractive woman. Like, seriously, I'm surprised she still has a pulse. She looks like she's 1 foot in the grave. And I don't know how old this woman is, but Lord, she is an eyesore. She is nothing nice to look at. And these two are actually married, y'all. And it's like, I know niggas is hypergamous, but goddamn. I'm sorry, personally, I'm hypergamous, but I don't think I could sleep with a 70 or 80-year-old unless they were worth millions. Like I've said, you know, they'd have to be Hugh Hefner or something. And this couple is pulling up to apartments in the projects. Look at this ish. They look like they live in the PJs in the hood. He bending this woman's wrinkly back over at night for this. Child. Okay, so here is another video that illustrates the dynamic of your bankroll Becky and her dusty broke hypergamous Tyrone. Y'all, I can't. So this fool done up and married mama. Just being hypergamous. Hopefully she has an insurance policy or something. Because this ain't it. I also wanted to show you guys that apparently they have an OnlyFans. Let me see if I can find it. I know it was on his Instagram. Okay, so I don't have it readily available offhand, but this fool done made an OnlyFans with her. And I entertained briefly signing up for it just to do this video so I can show y'all that bullcrap that they're engaging in, that he's engaging in just for a quick buck. But I was like, you know what? I already endure too much dust for y'all in these videos to be watching him bend this old, crusty, decrepit woman over. So, and he got his Cash App listed and everything on their OnlyFans page. But this is the dynamics of bankroll Becky and her dusty, y'all. So, very unattractive, very unappealing. Rejected by the men in her own community. Let's pull this woman up again. I mean, she looks like a meth head. So, these women are easy prey to lurking, leeching dusties who only want to use them for their money. So they'll use them to get access to their wallets. They'll take their car, drop them off at work so they can be free to cheat. They'll live in their households, eat all the kids' snacks and ish, play video games all day while she's at work. But there you have it. That's your bankroll Becky. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Until next time. See you guys. Bye.
Fellas, if y'all come across a red iPhone, can you please bring it to the sound stage? Red iPhone, appreciate it.